All right. Big P, Bombacero. He was killed on the boat. Pretty much Tony found out he was a rat, and him, Silvio, and Paulie, they pretty much had to, had to do what they had to do. Take him on the boat. They whack him, throw him off, wrap him up, throw him in the ocean.
Can I
Um,
real
Go
quick
ahead.
just on this one? Because Mo, I think it was you who didn't love the way he just willy-nilly kind of left the house. I think it was you that said that in the review.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with that. So as far as the hit itself and the plot line and the storyline, I think brilliant and possibly one of the best scenes of television of all time
Oh
is
yes.
them three down in the boat. Why you making me do this, you fat like what
Mm-hmm.
one of the like them have
Mm-hmm.
Polly pouring in the drinks and you were like a brother to me to all of it.
Mm.
Some of the best. I mean, if someone said that's the best couple scenes in like TV history or definitely Sopranos history, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. Like,
Facts.
um, but I do agree. I will just with the tiny, tiny asterisk of I do agree with Mo. If again, I think if it was you that said it, I do agree. That part kind of felt like, and I know you had Tony like finding out with the thing with the, I got to make sure. It just seemed a little too perfect to kind of happen. Like, okay, and then Pussy's like, okay, yeah, I'm going versus like, I don't know, man, something else. I don't know. I don't know. Like, so it seemed like, oh, we got to get him on the boat. You know what I mean? But as far as the hit, love it, and ending season two with that, that's yeah, love it.
Love it too. I think I differ from you and Mo in the sense of having to get him on a boat. There's this, even though he had completely violated the code, there was still something admirable about him having that little bit of gangster left in him to know, like, this is how this gotta happen, bro.
Mm.
Ain't no happy endings. I don't get to go fucking tell the feds about these guys and they all go to jail and I walk away and I'm in witness protection.
I'm
Like,
not gonna
even though I would
drive off
love that,
from the
I
house.
can't, yeah,
Yeah,
I can't do it. I
yeah,
can't. Like, I know this is how
that's
this
fair.
happens. And I wish that it wasn't this way, but it goes to, damn it, that's really good that you said that, but both of y'all said it because it goes to how they were feeling on the boat. I feel like that's the excuse for him leaving the house. They were feeling the same way that he felt having to leave. He knew what was up, but this gotta happen. Like this is what this is. You violated, bro. I love you like a brother. You're a brother to me. However, you violated. You can't do that. This thing that we're doing, it can't operate with if people like you think that this is normal or we make this normal. So you gotta go. And they didn't want to do it on the boat, just like he didn't want to leave the house. But if you got any gangster in you,
Yeah.
that's how it gotta happen.
Plus, it's like I know if I go, if I'm not trying to drive off from the house, like I know you're gonna take care of my family. I know you're gonna look
Mm-hmm.
out. I know they're not gonna know that I was a rat, etc. So there is
Facts.
some. I don't think, and I think y'all debated about this. I don't think he knew 100%. Like when he left, I think he definitely had a feeling. But I actually agree with you that it was the honor. It was that he was a man of honor in that
Yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because he said, "Hey, man, don't shoot me in the face," like
Yep.
which is
Yeah.
crazy because it's like he still was under the idea that he was gonna have a funeral,
And they didn't though.
right? Which is like he was already in such a delusional state because he thought he was gonna turn from rat to a police officer. you,
Yo,
you know,
bro, that's so funny. I never thought about like, yo, bro, you really think you're about to have a funeral? Like, why you think we're at a
yeah, it's strange.
like,
Like, don't shoot me in the
yo,
Bro,
face. Like,
no one's
oh,
gonna find you, bro.
yeah, no,
Like
nah,
you,
niggas
you
ain't
I
gotta
gonna
won't
worry.
shoot you. I'll do you this favor, but like nobody's
uh,
gonna find you. When they
bro, you're
do,
gonna be fish food.
yeah. So yeah, I think it was perfect. Arguably, this might be the best death in
Yeah,
Sopranos
agreed.
Mm.
because the emotional. I talked about it when we did Funhouse. The emotional depth of it's like, Joe, this is my bro.
Yeah.
This is my. We all got bros, best friends, close friend. Like that's tough, and they
I already lost
execute it.
Jackie last year.
Yeah, like this is my guy, and I gotta do it because we got a code. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, Vito Spatafor. We know that he was murdered after being exposed. Obviously, Phil Leotardo. He was like, "Bro, I ain't going. Like this is how it's got to be. This is what's up. This was really Bracken." How you feel about that ending?
It's really bragging. It's crazy. Who Vito?
Vito. Vito.
um, I'm on the fence about this.
Hmm.
Um, I didn't like how Phil did it. You let Tony handle this, but I mean, we watched The Sopranos. We're Tony fans, so you think that's how it has to happen. But on the other end of it, man, you dragging your feet, bro.
That's his
Like this
brother-in-law
shit.
too. So there's a
Yeah,
closer
like this is my
connection there.
family. Yeah, like it's my. Even though they like, I think Phil was exaggerating that shit. He didn't give two shits about that lady or her son. Like he don't give two fucks. That was just a thing to be a thorn in Tony's side. So he used that, but I didn't really believe that. So him like you know, I really didn't like this. Now that I'm talking it through, like the coming out of the closet to kill him, like which was I guess a
How
metaphor.
would you have had it to go? How would you have had to go for Vito?
Um, Tony gets it done. Like stop
Okay.
playing around, bro. Like yeah, it's a big hit money wise. And maybe Tony was thinking like, "What's wrong with this?" Like, it's fine if Tony's being progressive and thinking, "Well, like, do we got to kill him for this?" But I would have rather had just seen Tony handle it versus giving Phil that notch in his belt and being able to do it. But it did add to the story as far as making Phil more villainous and more of a proper opponent for Tony. If you're not gonna do it, then I'm gonna do it like we were talking about earlier with the New York shit. Like I don't know what y'all got going on over there in Jersey, but shit like this happened, we taking them out.
Yeah, you did it
And
with
it
Vendetto. You're not doing it twice.
yeah, you're not
You
doing it
got
twice.
Vendetto. It's not happening twice though.
Okay.
Facts.
That's that.
So yeah,
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah, somewhere in an alternate is all I'll say, Mo. Somewhere in an alternate universe, Vito's wearing a fireman cap. He's eating what is it,
Eating
flapjack?
flapjacks.
Eating some flapjack in a field with grass 3 feet tall and the beautiful New England sunshine,
God.
rolling around, having a time of his life. And
Oh
that's all
Jesus.
I'll say. It's an
He should have
alternate.
never. He should have never came back, bro.
It should have never like say like if that's what he wanted, bro. Yeah, somewhere in an alternate in
Hmm.
another life.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I'm so glad. And shout out to Joseph um, Ganascoli.
Gattiscoli.
Ganascoli. We got an
yeah, that was
interview.
epic, man. That was epic. I saw that.
Yeah, we got
That was
him
dope.
because he was
Shout
like
out to
a
Mo, man. Mo made that happen there.
hey
Yeah,
man.
Mo wore the
I was
suit for that. I was
I was clowning Mo, Dan. I was
I
like,
yeah,
man,
both
nigga,
y'all was like really
that
like,
ain't
and that's why when y'all go
that
back
ain't
to
the
the
real Vito.
hey,
Like, what are you talking about, man? It's some
listen,
dude playing on the internet, bro.
hey, that's why Mo is
I
the
that's why I respect Mo so much because Mo not like I'm like I don't care what y'all say. I'm going for it. I
well.
loved it.
I
Because I
I'm
wouldn't know Mo. We talked about this on another week in the books, but real quick, I'm sorry. I wouldn't know Rich or have done this epic podcast if it wasn't for Mo. Mo is the catalyst behind all of this. Like having enough like gumption to be like, I'm gonna reach out to these people, man.
why
Fuck
not?
this.
fire,
I
bro.
love it. I love it.
I've been
You made this
rejected.
happen.
I finally turned what was my biggest fear into like a superpower. So that's all it was. It's like don't be scared to reject. Oh, if you get rejected, oh you wasn't. Oh, okay, cool. Like,
It's
but
all a big. It's all a
that's
big nothing.
it's all a
Anyway,
big nothing. My guy, Dan, he got it. Uh, so I wasn't mad at it.
yeah,
I like it because where we get the kill in season 6, it makes sense. Where we're getting to a darker spot, we're getting to a everything is boxed. We're in a boxed mob life right now.
yeah,
Like nobody's fully, everybody's finessing the situation. So I like it.
yeah.
Eugene Pontecorvo, he pretty much he ends his own life. How do how do y'all feel about that? Dan, what you think?
Yo, the way y'all were so ice cold about Eugene was so funny, bro. Like the level of like I'm watching this, I'm like sad for him. I mean, I'm not like,
Well,
whatever,
this
but
is
I'm
because
like,
this was your second watch,
yeah,
and this is
yeah.
my third watch, and I don't know. Spike was like further along. Rich was might have been further along. So for you, it
Oh
had been a
man.
while.
Yeah. And then the members only tie in, like, but for me, man, I don't
Damn,
really I don't
Eugene.
I don't mind it like but it sets up the darkness I guess of 6B really well. I think that's the pilot or not the pilot but the premiere of 6B is that episode. So I'm fine with it. And I just think it speaks to like you said earlier about Vito, like it just speaks to everything's in disarray, the life's in disarray. Dudes are killing themselves because they can't move to Florida. But I will say, as hard as y'all were, man, he deserved it, bro. Like we're gonna move to Florida, bro. Like I kept
What
thinking
do you
while
think this is?
I kept thinking while rewatching it, why not just
Let's
say
go.
we can go get a house? But do two options. Either A, we stay, we don't have to be on the run. We give Tony his tribute. We move into who was his neighbor? The Cusimanos or whatever.
Yeah,
We move right
Kuzmano.
next to that house. We live by Tony now. You become best friends with Carmela. Eventually, I become a capo, like whatever it is. Or let's just go. But Eugene played it so stupid, bro. Like what an idiot. So
Agree.
he deserved
Agreed.
all the ridicule y'all gave him, as harsh as it seemed in the moment.
Yeah, I agree, man. Yeah, like this is one of those deaths where it's like I'm supposed to feel a lot worse about this than I do, but I don't care. Like, bro, you could have made it.
Yeah.
You could have survived. You chose this. Like you said, like even thinking that, oh, I'm gonna get this settlement and move to Florida. Like, no, bro, you took an oath. You
What's
took
this?
a
We're in the
blood
Navy?
in. Yeah, like what do you think this is? This is a blood in, blood out type of thing. Like you're living in some fantasy world.
Mhm.
And then I think didn't he have the snitch and stuff too?
Yeah, he was a
Like yeah,
rat.
Yeah, I
yeah, he
forgot
was a
about
rat
that.
too. So
Yeah.
yeah, like I didn't feel sorry for him at all, man. And this was one of the, like this was adequate for
Yo,
his character.
yo, real quick, the way y'all were joking on his son being like his age, God, that was so funny, bro. I backtracked the 15-second Spotify button like so many times on that. Like that was so funny, bro. Like your son is 40. What are you doing, bro? Like, why did you, David? Like, was that like your cousin who was like, my son Ronnie needs a job, he's a loser, and you
Shit.
just like gave him like 10 grand to be in this for like an hour? Like, this is
Bro,
wild.
that was hilarious, bro. Like it's
What was that, dude? Like,
like what
That's
are we doing?
hilarious.
Oh man, my goodness. First time around felt bad, felt really bad because you're watching this with the civilian lens, so
yeah,
you're looking for the first time watching. You're hoping Tony breaks good, so to speak, But I had watched it before doing the Good Earners. I had watched it 2 times over. So the first time, I'm hoping that you want to see somebody break out, make it Adriana or Eugene, nobody and Tony, but it doesn't happen that way. You watch the second time, you've already made peace with it, so now you're looking at it from a different lens. So, and then the third time is when we do the review for me, and so watching it was like I understood, but it was more like maybe if y'all wanted us to feel more, and I don't know because I asked Rich and Spike about AJ's attempt. And I was like, do y'all feel something? And I think they did feel something for what it was. Even though
I didn't.
no, I thought you did though. I thought you was like,
no,
oh,
you seem to feel something for Tony. Well, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like we
not for
feel
AJ.
something for
okay.
Tony, not necessarily AJ, but yeah, that's how I took it when I was listening.
I think okay, yeah, it may have been like
I
more of
feel
that.
like
It
I
was
feel like
my
the brick should have been heavier. That way it
Jeez,
wouldn't have
he
got
should have tied 2 bricks.
jeez. You
it
can't
should
even
have
kill yourself. I'm sorry,
it should have been 2 bricks.
sorry. You can't even self delete right
Like
now.
that, which was funny. It's like my idiot son, like that, yeah, like
shit.
but yeah, I think Eugene, yeah, I think that's what it was. I mean, in order to make a character that's been a side character for so long, to make it feel heavier, especially
Yeah,
in season 6, that was the right route to go.
agreed.
Phil Leotardo, we know he was executed brutally. Go to the gas station, hey Papa, bye Papa, or whatever.
Damn.
Pretty much all that, and then he gets capped, and not only get capped, but now he can't have a funeral because his head get crushed by the tires. And we obviously, I talked about like, bro, who gets out of the car without putting their car in drive? But quick answer: was it the right move? If not, what do you feel it should have been?
That was right in the sense of it had gotten dark, like y'all said. We in the dark
Yeah.
ages of the Sopranos.
Mm-hmm.
It added a little comedic humor to it, and we all love Tony. So seeing Phil get taken out like this, and like it's like the you feel like the FBI agents, like yeah, we're winning this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like that when that happens to Phil because it didn't look like Tony was like first time through. I remember it, and I was like, "Damn it, are they gonna kill Tony?"
Yeah.
Like it looked like like this. You meant your match. Like it's over with. Like this is New York.
Is that Blue
It's
Comet? This is the same
cutthroat.
episode, all in Blue Comet?
I
Was it
think
Blue
that might be
Comet or was it one before that?
might be the finale. Might be the finale, or maybe
It
not.
might have been the finale. I
Okay,
can't
see.
remember what it
Okay.
was now. But yeah, they're like Phil wasn't showing no weaknesses, and we didn't know if he was gonna get the ups on him. And you see this moment where Tony gets the call and they know where he's calling from in the booth, and you see him making a phone call, going to field to the booth, and you're like, oh shit, they finna get him. Because I thought he was gonna win this thing.
Yeah,
So I loved it. Very climactic. It was great. I even the extra shit with the tire rolling over his head, like it was great. I loved
yeah,
it.
I agree. Funny. Shout out Frank Vincent. Like, did he pass yet?
Yeah, he
I
passed.
don't know.
Yeah, rest in
Mm.
peace, Frank Vincent, absolute legend. Go get your shine box. Like he one of the greatest, bro. Like you could tell he grew up around them dudes, bro. Like you could tell
Mhm.
he like was from the neighborhood in Brooklyn or wherever he grew up. Like you could just tell he was familiar with those type of guys. So yeah, as far as the ending, I'm with it. And even it showed even again, even though he wanted to hold on to code and prick the finger and the whole thing, game doesn't care about you. Like the old days are the old days, bro. That's the thing. So
Mhm.
it's
That's
like
why they the old days.
you're gonna get killed in the car with it's not it won't be cinematic.
Won't be cinematic.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yeah. It's Sopranos fashion. I'm not mad at it. Because they do this thing where Phil is a gangster, but Phil is a joke. And they do that throughout. Like they do that, they weave back and forth. Phil kills Vito, but Phil comes out the closet. And Phil is not a part of the kill. He's sitting there gripping the cover. And people got theories about that. You know, you see there's a moment with Phil where he's in the bed with his wife or whatever, but he don't got pants on. People say, oh, Phil don't wear the pants in his relationship. So there's always this teetering with Phil where like he's a gangster, but yet and still he's not respected fully. So when he dies this way, it makes sense to feel the
The ice cream, all
yeah,
that.
the ice cream, like I don't need no more sugar, honey. I'm sweet enough, or whatever he says.
Yeah.
So, um, his brother-in-law ends up being a Fanuc. So
Yeah.
then that's a thing. So it fits Phil's narrative. So I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Johnny Sack, he dies in prison from cancer. Obviously, we know leading up to it, he ends up doing his daughter's, wedding and everything. He cries, and Phil Leotardo's respect for him as a man is plummeted.
Plummeted.
I love how they just have to throw in as a man.
As a man,
Phil was disgusting.
like his face when he got
my
arrested,
God,
he was
bro.
so
That was
like
so
thrown
good.
off. But it had plummeted.
Oh my
And
God.
he gets in, and obviously we talked about a side character, the doctor, that pretty much we figured out why he was in prison for, and we liked him a lot just because he was such an interesting side character.
Yeah.
But the doctor pretty much agreed with the actual doctors of the prison that like you're not going to make it out. Well, obviously this is on the stage 5 episode, and that's the way Johnny Sack goes out. He smokes cigarettes on his way out, and he ends up out of there.
So anticlimactic. And I'll say this, you said this a couple times this episode, Dan. It's not gonna be cinematic. It won't be. And we did our gangster bracket on one of the back of the bean episodes. Other than Tony, this is your favorite gangster in the show.
Right.
He don't go out guns blazing. He don't go out on top. He don't go out
Yeah,
with
this
the
isn't the
money
Godfather. This isn't
yeah,
the
like he's sitting in a fucking county jail on an oxygen machine. Like just a cigarette is his pleasure at this point.
Yeah.
And it's so sad to watch because we know Johnny Sack. We seen him in the
Seen the
nice
big dog
coats.
house.
We seen the nice house. We seen
Yeah.
how hard he go for his wife.
Yeah.
Like it was so anticlimactic, but I love it.
Yeah, it's real.
Because that's the Sopranos. That's real life.
Mhm.
That's if you know gangsters in real life. That's it's some nigga sitting in jail right now with cancer and it's like I used to be the best motherfucker out on the streets and had these hundreds of thousands like Snowfall.
Mhm.
Like you see, like it's similar to that. And you like, damn, that's Johnny fucking Sack.
Bruh.
He's that guy. And look at him. He can barely breathe. He's bald. Like it was so that one hit me probably the most in the sense of how much regard that I have for that character, and to see him just like be diminished into that. And it goes like the game don't care about nobody, bro. It don't care about anybody.
Nope.
That was perfect. I agree completely. I can't add anything to that.
Yeah,
100%.
that's perfect. Yeah, man. Damn, like we just that was the thing I knew when we was reviewing it. I just knew it was when we got to this point of the season. Like I was looking forward to season 3 and 4. I was like, bro, we're still in the fun. In my mind, we're still in
Yeah,
the
100%, bro.
fun era
Yeah,
of Sopranos.
yeah,
We're getting season 5. We're starting to
yeah.
make the turn. Tony and Carmela are divorced. They eventually, obviously, work it out by the end, and then we get into season 6, and I know exactly what time it is, and I'm like, damn, we're not because again, I talked about it, but like the the footage and how they shot it, it wasn't as colorful. Like you go back to season 1, you seeing Tony eating snacks in there with the ducks. You're like, this is a happy family, but he do gangster stuff from time to time. But like when we get to season 6, and I talked about it even in real time, I was like, dang, we get into the dark
Yeah.
days, and here we go. So this is one of those moments. Johnny Sack like was a close friend of Tony. Like what is this? The UN now? Like all
It's
of that.
like
Like
so many legendary moments, bro.
so the Sopranos just help you. I'm telling you, the Sopranos for
He
me.
asks about you.
It,
He asks about, bro.
he adores you.
Golly, bro.
Yeah, but like the Sopranos, man,
But
reality
look,
like it helps you cope with things. I can't speak for everybody else, but for me, it helped me cope with certain things where it's like you can have this imagination of what you think it is, but then this show kind of helped me cope with how to take things in a certain way, and that's something that I may do a maybe a personal episode on because this show is like that deep. But
That's interesting. I would love to listen to that, man, because I think that's you could tease that out for
mm-hmm.
a
facts.
minute. Yeah.
Okay,
To that point that you said he asked about you, like that's the brilliance of this
mm-hmm.
show. They didn't pay that off in the next scene. I don't
Mm-hmm.
even think it was the next episode.
It was like
They
a season
waited.
later. Like
Yeah, they
five.
waited so long for Paulie to run into Carmine. It was Carmine, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carmine. Yep.
Carmine Senior. For him to run into him and him be like, who are you?" Like it's so good. Like the patience.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
ain't too many shows. Like maybe Game of Thrones, maybe Lost,
Mm-hmm.
The Wire.
a couple of shows.
The
The
Wire.
Wire, of course. The
Yeah.
Wire, absolutely. But it ain't too many shows that a simple line like that where he asked about you, like, and then it come back full circle when
Mm-hmm.
all of us as fans know exactly what it was in reference to when Paulie runs into little Carmine Senior.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. All right. Little Carmine, he steps away and survives. There's theories about like, oh, maybe he's a genius, maybe really is dumb. That's goes back and forth. But he ends up basically stepping away and survives. What do y'all think about his conclusion?
Genius. Y'all doing all this gangster shit, all this mob shit. Meanwhile, I'm in Miami producing movies. I still got the rep. People know my dad, and I still like have the respect. And I ain't even in y'all world. I'm here with movie producers, probably music producers, porn producers, and I'm just using the little Carmine name, and they like are in awe of me. And I ain't even got to be a gangster.
Mm-hmm.
I just got to show up with my last name. Yeah, like, I'm not getting involved in some beef between Jersey and New York. I don't even want to be boss no
Well,
more.
he
I'm gonna
already
make shit
lost.
like, yeah, yeah, exactly. I lost and like, I'm out. I'm in Miami. I'm swimming in the pool. I'm doing all these good. Like I'm out. Like he probably made the best exit of the show in the
Mm-hmm.
sense of I don't need this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Agree completely. The same way I said that Jimmy was the opposite of Gigi. Little Carmine is the opposite of Jackie Jr. because he is Jackie
Mm.
Jr., but he did it
He's
the
an
right
adult
way.
Jackie
And
Jr.
that scene where he's holding the scotch, staring at the fire, and they're like, come on, little Carmine or whatever. Come on, come on. And he just knew like it's over, bro. Like it's over.
Yeah.
Like and I know when to cash in my chips and walk away. And it's the opposite of Jackie Jr. You're not. This isn't for me. I thought it was because
Yeah,
my
yeah.
dad does this. I rub shoulders. It's not for me, and I'm out. And yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it was absolutely perfect, and I loved the conversation with Tony. Where Tony was trying to push him to get in that direction. That he speaks about this dream with
Yeah,
this crown, but it's a Burger King crown, and and he talks about his wife. She said, "I don't want to be the wealthiest widow." I was like, "Bro, that's a bar." That's why Sopranos is so timeless.
yeah. And
So
Tony didn't even get it either because Tony like
he didn't
interrupts
get
him
it.
midway. He's like, "Then take it, John." He's like,
Yeah,
"Bro, I'm
didn't
not
take it. Like,
thinking about what you're
and he
thinking."
pauses in that moment when he does it. He kind of pauses. He like, and he grabs his drink and he
Yeah,
has to deeper explain why, so it was fire, bro. Like,
that scene made his character a lot more
It
absolutely.
than
did
than
100%.
in the
Like I'm
first
not
couple
in.
of seasons. Yeah,
Yep. I'm not
because he was like
engulfed in this shit
Alfredo,
like
right?
y'all.
But then that was good.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
This shit don't mean as much to me as it does to y'all.
exactly. It doesn't mean as much to me.
Hmm.
I'm
And
not bound by this.
yeah,
Like,
when you come to that realization, like, cause he's lost like Lorraine, which was like the shark or the, I forgot the term for it, but like she was a great earner for him. And like, obviously they got her up out of there. Like
yeah,
they warned her, shot it through the phone book, and then she still kept going. And then like, so,
yeah,
but yeah, Silvio Dante, he was shot in Blue Comet, and he was left in a coma. People say maybe he made it, maybe he didn't, maybe he was in that the show that Stevie Van Zandt played in. They say, oh, people make theories like, oh, he lived and this is where he was. Nonetheless, what do
Oh,
y'all
the
think?
Netflix show?
Yeah, yeah. Was it Netflix? I didn't
That's
know.
nuts.
Yeah, I
I
don't
know
know.
what you're talking about. What he was like a detective or some shit or something.
No, he wasn't a detective. He don't want no detective. He was something else. But
Oh, he was like a gangster or something. I don't know,
yeah, he was
but I
like
know the
a
show that you're
retired
talking
gangster.
about.
Like I'll send it to you and see if that's what you meant. But
just like
like
the Walter White was Malcolm in the Middle dad.
Right, like
It's
after
like some of
Walter.
those,
Yeah.
like
exactly,
that.
like it's a theory.
Yeah,
Like
Um, Pour out a little liquor, man. One of the most thorough characters in this. Like when Dan said that's his favorite, it makes sense. Me knowing Dan, like, yeah, I could see that. Still, like I'm here to work, bro. I'm showing up. I'm doing the job, and showing up doing the job got him put in a coma. Again, like you said, man, we don't know if he died or not, but it's fitting. Like that's what happens. Like we talked about all the other people and like you're in this lifestyle for you being the capo to Tony Soprano, the crew of Jersey, and you beefing with New York. Yeah, it's likely that on a random afternoon leaving out of y'all spot that you get shot up. That's life. That's how it works here. And Sylvia, I mean, and he never backed away from it. Lillenheimer, yeah, that's the name. Like he never backed away from that, and he went out like he might have went out with the most respect out of any character that we had.
mhm.
Like Seal was Seal from day one till the end.
yeah, man. Again, I could talk about Sil forever, but just to be quick about it, man. Like, there's in my eyes, there's Tom Hagen, Michael Corleone, Robert. Shout out Robert Duvall, Michael Corleone's concierge, and then there's Silvio Dante. Like Silvio Dante for me, is one of the best gangster characters. I mean, like just the points and the way he saw the moves. He was the only one that could really speak to Tony. And I'm not even saying Tony always listened. He normally didn't, but
Mhm.
Tony knew he was right, and that's what pissed him off. Like when he was like, "You got no idea what it's like to be number one. You're alone with it all." It's like everything you're saying right now is true. That has nothing to do with what Sil
What
said.
I'm talking to you
That
about.
has nothing to do with what Sil said. You just want to hear it. So, but he did it with such suave and such just such tact, man. So I love I was gonna say really when you brought him up, Mo, that I like him getting hit and just like kind of the normalness of the Sopranos. And I was gonna say I didn't like just kind of like ends up in a coma and we don't know what happens. But honestly, like midway, Luther, you talking about it and just thinking about it, like it just I actually do like it. It lends to the like unfinished. You don't get what you're not owed closure in this show because you're
Great
not
way to
owed
put it.
closure in this life, bro.
Facts.
Like there's a one
This
of the
is
most
what this is.
what this is one of my and then I'll end it on this. One of my favorite quotes of all time is one day you're gonna die, and almost certainly it's gonna be on a random day where you don't expect it. It's not going to be some. It won't be cinematic. It's not. I'm butchering the quote, but you get the idea. And then the world is just going to keep on turning. But that's what it is. Like Silvio's in the hospital, and we're getting onion rings because life goes on. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're not special. Like
Yeah.
you're one of
Damn,
8
that's
billion
What's so
people.
special about you?
What's so
yeah.
special? Exactly. So yeah,
This isn't
Yeah.
Scarface, bro. Like you're not
yeah,
snorting coke,
exactly.
grabbing a
Ah.
Mac 16 and
Yeah,
shooting
man.
people, saying you want to go with the bad guy. This
Yeah,
ain't that. This is
yeah,
realistic. Yeah.
yeah.
Um. But yeah, like I just with Seal being such a prominent character throughout all of the seasons, the
Incredible.
brilliance of the writing, the brilliance of doing this, like all of that brilliance, and to your point, Dan, what you were just talking about, it's like, man, most shows would have overwrote how his ending went. But this
And
one was like,
yeah, and the
this
fact
one
that
was
he
like, no, like it don't work that way.
the fact that he didn't even act like that, the fact that like
This was his first role, I think, right?
Bruce Springsteen side ever, bro. Like
Yeah.
he said he contacted Chase to like do music for, or Chase contacted him because he saw him on a speech, or I forget what it was, but like, and he was like, oh, that's an actor. And then he called him and he's like, I thought he was calling me to do like, so what? You want me to like write music for the show or something like that? The fact that he just did it, and he's like a hippie. You know what I
He
mean?
was
He's
perfect
like a
for it.
Rolling Stones type dude. Like I would love, like, of all, like, I know we y'all have talked about this a dozen times, but of all of the spin-off type ideas, man, like, oh, let me just say this real quick, bro.
Yes, sir.
Many Saints of Newark is absolute trash. I remember watching it. Bro, I remember watching it in 21 with my boy, and I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. Watching it right after Sopranos,
The
oh my,
worst thing to
bro,
do.
I cut it off, bro.
You can't.
Cut it
It's
off. And
it's
there's
it's,
a and
it's
there's
like
a
a total. It's like two different
oh
worlds.
gosh, bro. And here's the thing. There's a million things I could say about it, but just for the sake of time, like I love the dude who played Dickie, and I love like his like him and Tony's relationship. But like one of my biggest pet peeves was how they did Young Sil.
Ah, so bad. It was so
Young Sil was
overacted.
sorry, Mo. I just
It
had
was
to I had to
overacted.
rant on like Many Saints because like
Oh man.
the way they did the young boys in that, like, yeah, it just awful. I don't care about the Guma from Italy and the Bubba in the you choked her in the ocean. Like that was so ridiculous. Like
Yeah.
anyway, so yeah, I
We
just had to
gotta
get that
we
off.
eventually
But
gonna have to have a conversation between Many Saints of Newark and uh what's the Breaking Bad movie?
El Camino.
El
El
Camino.
Camino.
We'll eventually have that conversation when we get to El
Oh
Camino.
damn, we are gonna have to watch it when
We
we get
are
there,
gonna
huh?
have to. I've watched it before, but like
I actually
uh
like El Camino. Not to get off, not
El
to like,
Camino's not bad. To me, it's
I
not
actually
bad.
like it, but I agree with you. It could have been that could have been like 2 episodes of Breaking Bad or something.
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
It would have been the show, but
It's not bad, but we don't need it. It's not
yeah,
a you know what
agree.
I mean? What we talking about? Silvio?
Yeah,
I didn't like it. I
you-
personally didn't like it. I didn't like Silvio going out, he getting shot in the back, grabbing his gun like he's so unprepared. When we seen this man literally whack somebody with like a wire cord. Like he whacked like in the same season, 6B. Like we see him whack somebody with a wire cord. Like, you know what I mean? Like he's prepared, he knows what time it is, he knows how to move, he makes all the right decisions with the exception of being the boss. But being the number two, when he's
yeah.
back in the role of number two, I didn't like it.
You feel like
Personally.
he deserved a better hit.
Yeah. Like if he gonna do it, let him go guns up with somebody and they got the best of him.
I'm not mad at that
I
take because
don't think.
he's one
Yeah,
of the three. He's so Big P had the best hit. Paulie didn't get hit. So okay, you're hitting still. Like yeah, yeah. I see
I,
where you're
I
coming from.
I think I'm on the complete other side from you with that, Mo. I think it adds to the lore of the show. Like it don't happen that way. Nobody goes out with blazes of glory, and like very rarely do gangsters go out in blazes of glory. And it's just like, oh, we was just here meeting. We knew this shit was going down, but we didn't expect them to have the hitters outside the strip club. Like, god damn. Like it just
We
happens
listen
so
to what you just
randomly.
said. We don't expect to have the hitters outside of the strip club, knowing that they know his spot. They've
But that's
been
what I'm saying.
through this
You know it's
spot.
a war right now. You
But
know,
that's
It
why
don't
it's so
even make sense.
intricate.
It don't even make
It makes sense. No, it makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
Because look,
No, it doesn't.
they thought they had the ups. Like we're planning, plotting, and strategizing, thinking that we're on offense because we know their moves. So I need more context because I ain't
Bro,
watched it in a
they
while
already,
since we did.
but they already been at the safe house, bro. They already was
Right.
at the safe house. So what makes them think if we out and we maneuvering in public, they know all our spots? Big Dom is from New York. Fat Dom is from New York. Seal and Carlo whacked Fat Dom.
Okay.
So they know, not they don't know that they whacked them, but they got an idea. But they know where that spot
can't
is
prove
because
it.
but Johnny Sack was there. Phil was there. They all know about the bada bing. So for
But
me,
that's the thing. Go
nah,
ahead, my
bro.
bad. I didn't mean to cut
So
you
for
off.
me, I'm just saying, like, I get what you're saying, but no, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, does it happen sometimes like that? Sure. But it doesn't make sense to me to think that, oh, we're just gonna be chilling. I'm about to collect this last little bit. I'm gonna roll out. Like, nah, bro. Like, no.
Mo, I'm telling you, that's the thing about the game. You don't expect it to happen when it happened.
If they caught him
Like Big
somewhere
Pussy said,
else,
you probably never see it coming.
that's big. That's Bobby. But
Well, Bobby, excuse me, Bobby said that. Yeah, you're right.
but I'm saying, if it was somewhere else, was like, oh, I thought it was sweet. I'm out here at such and such. Then yeah, but like at the spot, like, bro, you can't convince me that you would have been unprepared. Like you have a gun in the back seat and you're coming out of your place of business that all of New York knows where you're at. Nah, bro. Like I'm sorry. I'll never. That would
Yeah.
never make sense to me.
how did you?
We'll have to
How
agree
did
to
you? I'm
disagree.
curious, super quick. How did you feel about Omar's death by Kennard? Now that's a different context to your point.
It's almost the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
It's almost the same
quite, but
thing.
No. It's not the same thing because Omar was not in his place of business.
I'm going to buy a pack of Newports, bro.
Yeah, but look, if
I don't expect
listen, Seal didn't
12-year-old
come
to pull the strap on me and
That's
kill
a good
me.
debate.
exactly, but that's perfect. But that's perfect because he's not in his place of business. He's going to somewhere, but like still coming out of there, knowing that New York functions in there, it doesn't make sense. You're trying to make fetch work when it don't, bro. Like this is his place of business. Again, New York has been in his strip club. If he was like if Seal was at a like where Big P was when he was meeting with the cop or whatever, and they was at like a tool store or something, and like he got whacked right there or like shot coming out of there, sure. Or if he was like walking out of Vesuvio's or something, oh, okay, cool. But like there's no way he thinks he's walking out of his place of business, as popular as it is, unprepared. He ain't got a strap on him. Come on, bro. That don't make sense. You trying to convince me and it don't make sense, bro. Like everything else.
I disagree with you. I feel like it can happen at any moment, bro.
It can, but why would he not have a gun on him?
I'm in the being. So that's the thing. Like the problem with gangsters and how most of them get caught with drug dealers, gangsters, whatever we talking about. You have this routine that you do, and in this routine, you find comfort, and in that comfort, you lose track of your P's and Q's and what you're supposed to be on. That's why it's so realistic. Like you can talk to any one of these big time dope dealers when they got caught. You can talk to any one of these mafia people. They'll always tell you it was a normal fucking day. I never
They
expected
not
this to
in the
happen.
normal day though, bro.
You're not, but you don't. That's a normal place for you. And we'll end because I don't know we're
All right,
going long.
but they're not in the normal day. This what I'm saying. If this was a normal day, season 4,
it's the Bing, bro.
exactly. It's the Bing.
I don't know. We'll have to agree to disagree.
Yeah, bro.
We'll have to agree to disagree.
All right, we agree to disagree, but you bugging. Like, if this was a normal day, we season 4 by any means. Oh shit! Oh, like whoa! But we're in season 6 where some people have already died.
Well,
People
you think it was lazy?
They wasn't lazy. I just think that give maybe some more details. Like maybe like Seal could have still got shot in the car, but let Seal already had a strap on. Long them get shot. Oh, let me put this in the back seat or let me grab the gun from back. It don't. That don't.
It's incoherent. Like
like let him be like shooting, getting in the car, and then a stray caught him. Bow. Oh, and another one. Bow. I'm like, okay, cool. We can still get the same result. It's just there's no way you make me believe Silvio Dante, one of the smartest characters, is reaching back because he don't got his gun on him. He's going to grab whatever he's grabbing from the Bing. That part I don't believe. It's like, nah, bro. Nah.
I got you. I got to think about that one because it was definitely anticlimactic for sure, and kind of all over the place. Yeah,
but I'm as much as I would like to have won a different way, I'm still not mad at it. Like it's not like egregious to me at all. I'm not mad at it, but this is my preference. Bobby Bacala. We know that he was going in by his train set. This is his passion. He left his phone in the car. He ends up getting whacked crazy.
Man, I gotta let Lou go first on Bobby. Pause.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy, man. It was this is my one of my favorite episodes.
Lou had a memorial service.
He did. He definitely did.
He had his own little private,
Because Bobby, like, same with Adriano for me. Like Bobby didn't deserve that. Like Bobby was a stand-up guy. Yeah, this is what you signed up for. You in this game, but it's like I'm playing with my train sets, bro. Like you don't expect that.
Yo, sorry.
Like, bro, I'm here. I'm just here.
Real quick. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry, real quick to cut y'all. One of my favorite good earner, because some of these are just gonna come out as we go through the pod. So one of my favorite moments was Lou. Bro, I love you, you're my brother, but like, bro, the way you were caping for when Tony showed up to the garage and he was like, "What the fuck are you doing with the conductor hat?" And then like Mo and Rich were like, "Yeah, bro," and then you were like, "Yeah, but that's his thing, man." I'm like, "Bro, what
that's his thing, man.
Absolutely
not, knock it off.
You're in the mafia, bro. Like, what?
Right. Shout out to Meadow.
Oh my god, not with the conductor hat, bro.
Yeah, he was too invested.
That's his thing, man.
Sorry,
it was. Ahead. But it was great. I still like the depth because it was so unexpected. Like that was one of those. It's like that's like Ned Stark. Spoiler alert.
Yeah,
that's like Ned Stark.
They don't know if they don't know.
You don't think if you don't know, you don't know. But if you that's like if you looking at it and you thinking, okay, they're gonna send him to the wall. You thinking Bobby, okay, yeah, he might get us scared. They'll shoot the place up, but he ain't not Bobby. And he in there buying the train, talking to the guy, and you get the two Eastern European guys just like come off him. Like it was like, oh shit, not Bobby. Because I feel like he would have been more prepared than Seal. Just like from the whole from the episode that you said, the first one that you watched, Dan, like Bobby was out there with the full camouflage, orange vest, rifle, flashlight, flares, all that shit.
Pine Barrens.
Yeah, so like it was so surprising, but so well done.
It also
as a
added
TV
an
show.
Element of innocence to Bobby, right? Yeah, like which he always kind of.
That's why I like the conductor shit. Yeah. Like Bobby was the innocent one.
Actually,
like, so I could see him in the garage playing with the fucking trains with a conductor.
I'm not saying it was the right move, but I agree.
I was glad he got whacked.
It fits.
You was glad, Bunsy.
I was glad he got whacked the way he did, because it's like, bro, stop playing. Like you, Spike, you're the person to talk about people all the time. Stop playing, and he's sitting there. You already didn't had Soprano whole movies. Yeah, so you say, oh, you probably never hear. Oh, me, I'm being morbid. All this and that. You probably never hear this coming. You're still playing around, thinking that like we're not in this. Then you find out we're in war. You're out here leaving your phone in the car. Like, bro, the smoke is up. And you're sitting there like, oh man, I have a Grenody or whatever the drink was. Yeah, man, they probably ain't even thinking about like, bro, you're sitting here thinking it's like it's up, bro.
I'll leave my phone in the car. It's no big deal,
bro. It's up,
and that goes to again the brilliance of this show.
It is, yeah, it's brilliant.
That ain't Bobby's position. Like Janice forced him into that. He was never meant to be as high ranking as he was.
That's
like
true.
we got to a point where Bobby was the number 2 or 3 after Seal.
Yeah, that's true.
Like Bobby was Tony's guy. So it's not far-fetched for me to look at Bobby to say, oh, this random Wednesday, I'm gonna be in this train shop looking at antique trains and leave my phone in the car. Like I get that, and it was to his detriment, and that was the flaw in his character. But damn, Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby was a driver who his wife forced him to be,
a made man.
A made man.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What about you? You say?
I mean, Grand opening, grand closing. He just popped his cherry, killing Harpo. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna keep saying that, even though we know it's not confirmed. But like
Oh,
killing Harpo in the laundromat and grand closing, he surprised Harpo, and then he gets surprised getting whacked. So he just never meant for this life. He should have cut hair like his father told him. So let's see. Bobby, let's go Carlo. So Carlo, we know he ends up flipping to the FBI. Y'all good with that?
Who was Carlo?
Carlo was the old man. Him and Silvio, they wanted to whack Fat Dom. Like when he was cooking and stuff, he was the older man. And remember, we clowned him a lot because like he kept like when Hesh had the black woman and like Carlo was there with him, that whole thing. Like I wouldn't even pay him his money back. Like that whole
social club. He's got to go.
He's got to go.
Yeah, that guy. What happened to him? How he died?
He flipped. He flipped and became FBI because his son got caught in him.
Uneventful.
Yeah,
like I didn't give a fuck about Carlo. Like he was nothing to me.
But it did. I will say, I agree. I agree with you. I will say the only thing on that, it did add to the fact that you could see one thing, and Carlo, again, I agree with you, Lou, but one thing, certainly not even close to my favorite, even side characters, but one thing it did add is you could slowly see in him become disgusted with Tony, just like
Oh
from
man,
afar.
from the veto thing.
That's a good point. That's a good
Representation
point.
of just like a side. He was an NPC, a non-player character in the video game. Who was like a side, and you could just see like, oh damn, it's really what this dude
that
is doing.
Veto thing, he was upset. Like I'll do it myself. Like he was,
and he kept his tongue in check and everything. He didn't get out of pocket. He showed respect. He showed tribute. But bro, like he was a great addition to just showing like, yeah,
NPC. That's a great point. Livia Soprano. She died of natural causes.
She deserved a lot worse, to be honest. we being honest. She deserved a lot worse, man. Like she was a rotten human being, bro. To die how she died was beneficial to her. Like, yeah, she wasn't shit.
Yeah, Libya is a terrible person, man. I mean, as far as how she obviously passed prematurely, but and they had to do that. But yeah, I mean, it was what it was. One of the funniest things ever is post her death and like Tony, like, well, what are you gonna do? And then like a couple seconds go by, all the dudes are just like, yeah, and he's just like, well, what are you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else to say about
Hey man, what are you gonna do? It will cover so much.
exactly.
Facts.
So,
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I agree. Like that's fine. Like I mean, again, of course, Nancy Marchand, she did actually pass, so that tracks.
It's fine. That's the perfect way to say it. It's fine.
It's fine. All right, because there's some characters I got on this list that survive, so we're not since for the sake of time, we're not going to worry about those characters. But we will deal with. We're going to deal with 4. Okay. We're going to deal with Junior, Christopher, Melfi, and Tony. So let's go Junior first. So Junior, he has dementia and he's in the facility.
Man, this actually would tie into my Tony. I think that perfect, man. Perfection. Absolute perfection.
Well, for Junior, that's the way you
100%, man.
Okay.
I mean, I think all the things that we've said about Johnny Sack, about whoever else we've mentioned of like that's how it goes in the Bible. That's how it's not cinematic.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of a more perfect embodiment of that than Junior ending up in that home, ending up with dementia, and then Tony, again, probably my favorite scene in all of Sopranos.
Wow.
Tony saying, "You and my father used to run North Jersey." And him saying, "Oh, well, that's nice."
Oh, that's
like,
nice.
And that, I mean, that's the show for me.
Ah, right? Man,
that's the whole show for me.
That is, it is.
I watched that scene. I rewound it like 10 times, bro, because that is, and he didn't say that's nice, like he didn't care, or like it's not just that's nice that
Uh-huh.
oh it's sad I can't remember. It's that's how insignificant that actually means.
Boy,
And this entire all the us going to war in season one, all the like issues I
you
had,
shot me. I was in a
all you shot
coma.
me, the sit down, all that stuff, bro. I'm an old man and I'm dying in a nursing home. No one, and that's all I'll ever be. And at the end of the day, none of that meant anything. I
Hmm.
had the crown for a little bit. It just didn't matter. So, um, and I think Tony knows that's when he knows it's over, bro. Like, so
Hmm.
for me, I mean, that's perfection in my
It,
opinion.
it, it is. It's that scene and the other scene, the most famous scene, obviously between them two,
Yeah,
that Dominic has spoke about is the like, do you love me? It's like,
yeah,
why can't you say something nice? And
right.
I mean, don't you love me? And that whole scene where he can't say it. So, but yeah, I ain't mad at it. The only thing we've had a gripe about is we wish we would have got a more of Junior being gangster. A little bit more time. That's all. We just
I
wanted,
actually agree with that. Yeah.
yeah, just a little more time with Tony being gangster because we just wanted to. Junior being gangster. We would like a little more time. I'm not mad at the ending. So, uh,
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like the season one was a perfect like set off for like
yeah.
the family, the familial war and all that. Um, just the way one thing I appreciated about listening to the pod as I watched, man, was like the way you don't know if he's really losing it. And then finally when he gets
Exactly.
the card,
Like,
he's like, my friend Johnny's place over here. Like, then you're like, okay, but is he also playing chess? And then
I
he's doing
know.
or I will say Junior is one of the funniest dudes ever to me.
Oh
Like
man.
when he said chicken's nice and spicy today. Like bro, at the funeral, bro. That was so funny to me.
That's why I said, bro, The Sopranos. Like, that's why I tell you, like,
Uh,
this is why it's number one because Sopranos has everything all the prestige shows have,
yeah.
but a lot of those prestige shows can't be this funny.
Yeah, and do it
Facts.
That's
naturally
that's
too.
why it's number one for me.
Yeah.
I
And not
understand
try to.
The Wire, but like every show could get in. Oh, everybody can get layered in emotion. They can get layered in the action, get layered in the plots. They can get layered in the depths. But
Yeah.
I check it with everything else. But a lot of these shows, prestige wise, can't be this funny, and that's why I put Soprano. That funny is the only reason why I put Sopranos over everything
Respect that.
because they can't be this funny. I love I respect The Wire, but they're not as funny as this. And
Sopranos is one of the funniest pieces of content ever
that's
produced.
what I'm saying. Like I
Facts.
respect The Wire for everything on all they sliders is
Yeah.
up, but they can't be this funny. Like
Yeah.
Sopranos is ridiculous on the
They
funny.
got a move that the wire doesn't have. I
Yeah,
agree.
so that's all. That's the
Agreed.
only reason I put it over. But if we don't have the funny, then I understand why The Wire would be number one, or
Yeah.
for some people Breaking Bad, whatever.
I agree with you guys about Junior. It was perfect. And this meant so much to Junior. His
Mm-hmm.
whole life. We seen
Whole
it from
life.
Many Saints in
Mm-hmm.
Newark. We seen it all. And then the line that you said, Dan's like, oh, that's okay, that's
That's
great.
nice.
Not
Tragic.
even, yeah, that's nice. It's not even in the sense of I remember it or I don't remember this. It plays to that fact of like, is he playing or like, do we know like what he's
That's like
saying?
saying you used to own a really nice Monte Carlo. Did you know that? Oh, that's nice. Like
Yeah,
that's how
that's
little it
nice.
is to
Oh,
me,
that's
bro.
what's
It
up.
meant
Yeah, that's what's up.
nothing to
Yeah.
him. And it nailed the point home in the series where we always talk about here at the end of things.
Yeah.
Tony's looking at this dude who his whole aspiration was to run North Jersey.
Mhm.
And you're telling him like you did that. And he like, oh, what?
It's
Okay,
the
like
epitome of
it's
it's all a
fine.
big nothing.
100%.
Facts.
100%, Mo.
Very well done.
Sheesh.
And I think to y'all point too, I was listening when I stepped away. Junior was very underrated in his gangster moves. Like he
Mm-hmm.
was one of the most well thought out, like strategic people in this whole series. We didn't get to see enough of it though.
I know,
Like
and
we
that's what I
didn't
was saying. I was like,
get enough of it. I
that's the
heard you
only
say
gripe
that.
we had. Yeah, that's the only gripe we had because it's like we're looking at Junior could have arguably been a better consigliere than Seal, and if Junior was in the role of number two and Tony was in a coma and it wasn't because of him, Junior might have led the crew differently.
Facts.
but of course we didn't get that. It was a
And
different time.
I never thought about that, but you're so right, man. Some of my I didn't even think about this till literally y'all just said this, but like some of my favorite scenes are when he tells Tony that's what being the boss is. You know,
Hmm.
you make a
Strategizing.
decision. It's like
You steer the ship the best way you can.
you're the simply best way you can, and you live with it. Like that, man. Like to have like I'm not gonna give you the I love you, and I'm not gonna give you the I'm not your dad, but I will give you some game, and I'll give you
Hmm.
some wisdom.
For sure.
And but I will say this. I think even us missing that adds to the emptiness of the show. We
Yeah,
long
a
for
great point.
something more that we're left with a hole uh in our hearts about that we don't have, and that's what
Yeah.
makes it so
Facts.
brilliant, man.
So now
Because
we're
honestly,
like Tony.
how many uncles does David Chase have that he wishes would have sat with him and be like, "Hey, bro, listen, man, do
Hmm.
this, do this. Your mom not gonna understand." Blah blah blah. How many do we like? I mean, like, how many? Whether even if we have a father, if we don't, or another man in our life, like, but we've all had those moments where we had an older dude, whether it's a brother, a dad, an uncle, somebody, a cool kid we like hung with at school. We're like, man, I really wish he would like big bro me or like give me more. And he's cool and he'll give me something, but like there's always like my cup's never full. You know what I mean? And that's just a
Hmm.
perfect way they did Junior and Tony.
Yeah, perfect point. Dr. Melfi, her conclusion, she pretty much, comes to the conclusion that Tony, she comes up with the diagnosis and understands that he is a sociopath, and she cuts him off and pretty much no more sessions.
Horrible. This was this. I don't mind the action of like her realizing he's a sociopath, talking to Fred, but like I think it might have been you, Mo. Like the way the quickness in which they did it just to wrap up the storyline was felt so rushed to me
Mm,
on my
mm,
rewatch. And like you knew he was. I don't know, man. Like I don't know. That conversation about the sociopath thing that should have started happening in early season 5, in my opinion.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then they could have had even better sessions. It would have made the sessions where Tony, because some of the best Melfi sessions are in season 1 and then in season 6 when AJ does his thing and one of the best acting performances of all time by James. I sent Lou a screenshot of this, a screen recording of it, is when he's like, it's like when your kids get sick, and he's like that
Bro, I
acting
just
performance.
made a
You know
video
when a
about that.
you know when a man's talking and he's like his voice starts choking up a little bit and he's not like sobbing, he's not crying, but you could just tell like
Mm-mm-mm.
he's on the verge right now. Some of the best scenes between them were in season 6, and it
Hmm.
would have made those, in my opinion, it would have made those so much more powerful if it's a back and forth with her about yeah, but like he's such a little boy sometimes. But then
Hmm.
it's like, but yeah, he is a sociopath. I could have used a whole season and a half of that, like
Yeah, just give us some Milfy
drawn
at
out.
home. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm with you.
sorry. I know that was long winded, but like Melfi was one I really Melfi out of all these, man, is probably my least favorite ending, man. Like at least the way they
Mm.
not the decision, but the execution.
Like
Yeah.
it. That's
I think I
right.
disagree with y'all. I think I
Wait,
disagree with y'all in the sense of I love how abrupt it was. I love how she thought that she was smart enough to fix this. I got so much academia in me. I got so many studies. I've read so many books. My friends are so smart. I'm going to therapy. She looked at it like, oh, I can fix this. I can fix this. And then I feel like it hit her like a ton of bricks one day. It's like, oh no, you're in over your head. You thought you were doing this with this guy, but actually he's doing this to you because he's way more manipulative than you ever thought he could be. He's doing this to sharpen his swords. And I love how, again, she was really smart in the sense of I thought that I could fix him, but she was also really smart in once she realized it, what he was doing, oh, I'm out. Ain't no more, you can send me flowers and make this up. Ain't no more, like, it's over. All contact is cut off. I got somebody that can help you. I can't do anything for you because you're manipulating this situation. I loved it
you feel
actually.
like it's the Melfi version of the black screen.
Yep, it's over. There is no explanation. There is no more depth to it. There is no more me and you having conversations for a season and a half. Well, I do agree with you. I would have loved that, But I love how they wrote it in the sense of she was like, no, no, absolutely not. I'm smart enough to get out of this.
I don't hate that take, but I think you're
It,
leaving a lot on the table, and I think that also just to say real quick, and then is that, bro, you're a seasoned like professional. You're like you're the Tony of what you do. It would be like if I am a political scientist and I'm a lawyer and I'm into politics and I'm in this, and all of a sudden, like the part where she's like reading and then she sees this, it's like if I read like the 14th Amendment and I'm like, wait a second. Oh, that's the whole case. Like it just felt like that to me, bro.
So
So
that
I
speaks to a
don't hate your
point.
take. Well, go ahead, go ahead.
That speaks to a point that you brought up to me when you were saying, like, I don't like how Tony's able to always get the bad bitches. Like, I mean, he's a middle-aged,
Yeah, I
balding,
be hating
fat
on Mo.
white man.
Mo. I be
You
hating
know what
on
I'm saying? Like, how is he able to pull glory?
yeah.
Mo,
Like,
sorry, Mo, just
that's
so because I've only told Lou this. I'm not buying that Tony gets. I mean, I guess maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong, but like, I'm not buying that he can't ever do it. But the ease in which, oh, it's the nurse in the medical, the civilian. Now I'm smashed. Like I'm like, come on,
I
bro.
don't know. Every
that's
chick he
Tony
got,
though.
every chick he got, I felt it was within reason.
Even the nurse, even the
Wait, which nurse? What nurse?
the one who
Junior's
was
nurse.
taking care of Junior, and then like she was, or the dentist or whoever was leaving.
She ended up being, I feel like they alluded to her, ended up being an FBI
Y'all might be
informant
right. I'm not
places.
super committed to that view,
Like
but
because I've
sometimes
said Gloria. I mean, she has some issues. Which shout out to our listener. Spoke to that. I could see that. Like
I could definitely see
with
Gloria.
Ralph's girl. Like she was with Ralph, but then
Definitely see
obviously
that.
Tony had more moxie. I mean,
It's more
obviously
like the
had.
one-offs. It's more like the one-offs,
That's what
man.
I'm saying. The one offs, all those make sense. Even his side chick that he was with all the time, the Russian, like she had, obviously had issues coming from over there and her parents, and so all was
But
with
what about the real estate agent though, bro? Like I'm not. I'm just
nah,
not.
that I ain't buying. That
Yeah, come on,
I don't
bro.
buy
See,
Like,
that.
I disagree with y'all, and I
I don't
bring that
buy that
into
one.
my Melfi. I disagree with y'all, bringing that into my Melfi point. There's something about men, like even Mad Men that we're talking about. Don Draper's able to do that. Like, there's something about
Well,
men with
Don Draper
power.
is different though, bro. Like
yeah, Don
Don
Draper.
Draper.
You gotta
Don,
watch
Don
it. No, you
Draper
gotta
is.
watch it. You gotta watch it. No,
here's what I'm saying. No. Here's what I'm saying. Just aesthetically, Don Draper is in
He's a
shape.
sharp dude, objectively.
He's sharp.
I give you that.
He's a
Yeah,
nice looking
okay.
dude, great head of hair, and he's
Yeah.
in shape. Like that,
But there's
and then he
some
got clout. He got money.
He's
He got
boss.
clout. I'm just
fine,
saying
fine, cool.
aesthetically.
I'll give you that. But there's something about a powerful man walking in the room, owning the room. Every other man in there respects him. Like, women look at that and they're like, oh, who the fuck is this guy? And I wrap that up
Well,
with
you know
Melfi's
what?
case in the
Okay.
sense of, real quick, I wrap that up with Melfi's case in the sense of, yes, she's very smart, like she's very studious. She has all the accolades as far as being a doctor, but he wooed her as well, just not in the same way. That's how he was able to get away with it for so long, and then finally she snaps out of it and like, I'm
Yeah,
not
she did
doing
have
this.
that dream that one time. She did have that little
That she
dream.
did
Like
have the dream.
The two Tonys joint.
if the
Tony, Tony has a presence that where he could get that off with Melfi,
if
and she could
Melfi
be
didn't
fooled for a
hold
minute.
psychiatry and her profession above everything, she would
He
have
would have fucked her.
absolutely
Yeah.
smashed them. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's
Or
fair.
she would have told him. You know what? I correct myself. I'm with you as far as the real estate agent, because now we find out the real estate agent, she had her own issue. She was dealing with
That's true.
sobriety.
That's true.
So again, he's getting these women that have some set of an issue, so he can execute.
I'm the savior.
Yeah, he can.
Even with aid, like that father
Well, yeah,
figure.
that's what I'm saying. He can execute on their down. I don't want to say downfall, but like where their weaknesses.
Insecurity.
Even
Yeah.
and
Even the chick,
you can
the
tie that
Chris
in.
Gumar way out in Vegas. Like it's like we don't know a lot, but
Forgot about her.
yeah, but which we had her.
That
up.
was the most unrealistic one.
That was the most unrealistic. Like you don't just pull up and like you get her, because she dealing with Chris, and then you come up like you like hot 15 years older than Chris, and you not fly like Chris. Like come on,
Out of
but
shape, fat. But
yeah,
to y'all point, so Melfi's looking at it, in my opinion, like, and why it worked for me. He's the perfect client. This is the case to solve. This is where I show my brilliance. This is why I
right,
stuck with it for so long. Like,
right.
I have this sociopath famous mobster coming to me talking about his problems, and I feel like that I can fix him. He played on her vulnerabilities too, of her wanting to be such a good psychiatrist.
You
He's
just killed your
Italian.
you just killed your point though.
What you mean?
You just said, "Oh, he's a sociopath. This is going to be a big deal for me and my psychiatrist, my psychiatry, and how I'm able to deal with people." And so, but if she has the understanding that that's a possibility, that that's who he is as a sociopath, they just kills the point of, oh, all of a sudden I read a book, oh, he is a sociopath.
Oh no,
I've
she
been wasting my
realized it.
time.
That's
I
what I'm
can't
saying. She
kill.
realized it though.
No, but if you're saying that she
Not by
already,
3 pages, bro. Not by 3
like
It
pages.
I'm saying,
wasn't 3 pages. Yeah, you got to think. Her colleagues were telling her
that
this.
that that
Her
that bro,
husband was telling her
it was
this.
it was whack, bro.
I just think
It
I
was
think you
whack.
left a lot on the table by not having like what was it, Elliot? Like that should have been a deeper conversation
Like
with
they
Elliot.
had a dinner, and then all of a sudden she reads a book that she's not up on. So you want me to
Yeah.
assume that Melfi doesn't constantly read up on the latest things of psychiatry? It was whack, bro. Like people know, most of Sopranos fans, nobody, Spike might be in the minority, but like most of them know this was whack. Like y'all, if y'all were gonna do this, build up more towards it. I'm not mad at the cutoff, just build up more. So it was whack. Like, oh, all of a sudden, because y'all eat a dinner and she's embarrassed, let me read what he's talking about. Oh, he's right. So all of a sudden, bro, get
I
out of
love
here.
how you just threw Spike. Yeah, Spike's in the minority. He's like this is
No, he is, because most Soprano fans I've been online, like even when I was doing the memes on Good Earners, like and most of them like make memes. And it's a certain way,
Yeah,
but like
just to tie a bow on it, Lou. My only point on that is that I think you still could have gotten what you like about it, which is the abruptness to Tony
yeah,
and
yeah,
just
yeah.
whatever. I don't think it would have taken away from that by adding, and I'm not even saying you got to go full like
Just a few
deep
more
dive,
episodes.
but at least yes, that's just not a dinner and a book, bro.
Yeah,
Like
that's it. That's it. That's all.
that's all I'm saying.
I'm because I'm not mad at the ending, but it's like, nah, like just give us a little bit more. Y'all better. It was just y'all better than this. Y'all have already gave us some brilliant stuff. Take away some of them dream sequences and give us some Melfi. But anyway, and lastly, and again, there was other names that were in here, but for the sake of time, we're not gonna deal with them because most of them lived. Tony Soprano is the big dog of all big dogs, the main character, the biggest anti-hero of all time.
Oh, what? Sorry, what about Chris?
Oh, my bad.
We
You're
got to
right.
do. I was
You're
gonna say
right.
we got to.
Let's do Chris, and then let's do Tony.
Facts.
So Christopher Moltisanti, obviously we know he was killed by his uncle Tony. What do you make of that? It's so many theories and ideas about it. I know you were familiar with it.
Yeah, I'll just talk about how I feel about it real quick, bro. Like Chris again, so I started watching this when I'm 13, 14. Chris was like the cool one to me, like the one I latched with, the young dude, right? At the time, like I'm not looking at it like an older man, or, a middle-aged or whatever man of like, okay, this is where stupid. I'm like, this is the young guy in this episode with like 40-year-olds. So he's like the cool one to me. So I always kind of latched on to Chris in the beginning. And I think the saddest part about Chris's demise, man, was that even post Adriana, like there's a run there where Chris was like season 6, you really before he started using again, you really I think got a glimpse into
Mm-hmm.
seeing what Chris could have been.
Mm-hmm.
The opposite of Jackie Jr. Maybe I had my Jackie Jr. moments when I was coming up and figuring it out, but you know what? I've got this figured out. Like Paulie, Paulie's not. I don't get like anyway, I feel like it sucks that he what is realistic. So I don't mind the ending. I'm fine with it, but I would just say it hit. That's what I'm trying to say. It hurt and it hit me
Mm-hmm.
because it wasn't just that he junkied out from season 3 on and just
Yeah.
spiraled,
Yeah.
but even post aid at his lowest, we got to see like I got the wife and kids, I got the house, I'm sober. I don't care about what none of y'all. The episode, and then I'll shut up. The episode, bro, where he had his screenwriter friend, and he that's my favorite representation of Chris Moltisanti, bro. Bro, when he because it was so like when he was in the
talking
I
about
bro,
when
think
he
it
beat
was
him up?
JT Dolan, I think.
JT,
when
yeah.
him and JT were in the truck or the car or whatever,
Yeah,
and he
JT.
had just smacked him up, and then he's like, "You need to call me if you ever like. You need to reach out to me." Here's the thing: Y'all were laughing about that, and I was laughing too because it's so ridiculous. But
Yeah,
in Chris's mind,
He was
yeah,
dead ass
that's
serious.
that's a mafia dude saying, "Hey, bro, this is business." Like it would be like if Lou and I worked at the same spot, and I was like, he was let's say he was a supervisor, and he had to let me go because of cutbacks or something like that, and I was super in my feelings about it, or he had to like, let's say he had to suspend me, whatever it was, and then he was like, and then I told him like, I was drinking too much, and Lou was like, "Hey, bro, you gotta hit me up." And like the way Chris is looking at it is like, "Bro,
yeah.
that's
He's
my
separating
business.
it.
I'm still here for you. Like we're still cool." So I
We
just love
still, yeah.
that. And then lastly, I'll just say he had some of the funniest lines too. I was thinking about this today with the whole like Iran conflict going on. I was thinking that walking through the mall today, thinking about when Aid was work. She's like trying to come up with an excuse, like, "What do you got to be worried about?" She's like, "The Middle East," and he's like, "What did the president say? We're gonna wipe the floor with them. Everybody, the whole world's gonna be bowing to us." Like, just
That's
like,
crazy. Like Sopranos. That's why it's the goaded, man. It's goaded.
oh
Stuff like that.
Yeah, I love the complexity of Chris's death is great.
yeah,
A lot of the points that Dan spoke to, and even in the sense of we as viewers saw Chris as like he could have been the next generation.
Hmm.
He could have been the person that if he had taken it more seriously, if Tony had taken him more seriously, like he had visions to lead this shit to new heights.
if
Like
he had had a better mentor,
yeah, like if it
Yeah.
wasn't Tony and I don't think that Tony was necessarily jealous of him, but there was some content there. Him looking at Chris like, oh, you got it easy. Like you ain't got to do what I had to do. Like I've been taking care of you and bringing you up through this thing.
yeah,
Like there was that type of content that he had for him. However, Chris was still his own man. Like Tony did do a lot for him, and we talked about the previous depths and Chris being the only person that he could call. However, Chris did get to a place where I'm making movies. I ain't even coming to the bean no more.
yeah. I'm
I'm
talking to
still
Ben
dropping
Kingsley,
fat
bro. Like, what
envelopes.
do you? I'm
Hmm.
talking to Ben
Yeah, like I'm
Kingsley right
talking to
now.
big exactly. Like what we talking about here? I'm in the mud. Like I come from the gutter, the trenches,
Yeah,
and I've made it to these places, and to go out like that because I mean maybe he deserved it, maybe he didn't, but one of the most like top of the line deaths on The Sopranos. Like that
Yeah.
that was one of those ones that Dan said it hit. You're like, damn, I'm not
it's
Chris, but it
one
had
last.
to happen.
Hmm.
And real quick, Mo, before you go, one last thing I'll say is just Michael Imperioli, other than James Gandolfini, is probably, in my
Number
opinion,
two,
the best actor on that show, or the
Yeah.
best. They gave the
facts.
best acting performance on that show, bro. When I watched the auditions, and it's really got accentuated to me when I watched the auditions. When you watch the auditions and you
Hmm.
see every other actor reading it as like Guido, Jersey Shore, bro. This is our generation, the new millennium. Where do we go from here? And you can tell Michael Imperioli was the only one who read it with this like neuroses, like slightly just I'm a gangster, but I'm slightly those wide eyes. I'm slightly off my ticker. Like just incredible performance, man. What more can I
Facts.
Hey,
say?
I've watched those, man. I really enjoy that.
They're awful, bro. And here's the thing, but you wouldn't know that if you were just reading for the part. You're just like,
Yeah, for
oh, I'm the
sure.
young gangster. Where Chris was like, oh no, I'm about to make this character like a once in a lifetime character.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Um. Yeah. I think that's the way Chris had to go. I'd be honest. Chris's death hit me more than Adriana.
mm,
Just because Adriana, she was a snitch. You know, as much as I don't like it, she was a snitch. But Chris, it hurt more. We can't confirm nor deny if he was a rat because of the hat, whatever the theories. So yeah, it hit me more. And plus, he was on a rise. Like he's grilling. Tony wasn't feeling it, and he was flexing. Like he was really flexing with Tony. There's a deleted scene when Tony and um Carmela pulled up. There's a deleted scene where like they felt out of place because Chris was living real civilian life for real, and they wasn't invited, but they just pulled up and they ended up leaving early because they.
really?
Yeah, there's a deleted scene. Like it's a really good scene where I'm like, dang, they should have kept that in.
Damn, that's
Uh,
interesting.
yeah, I may send it to y'all, but it's really good. But lastly,
Can I
so
just say one thing before we get to Tony? Paulie's ending, I feel like was fitting. I'm the truest to this. I believe in this the most. I'm
I
down
survived
for
the Colombian
life.
War. Yeah,
And
I can
I've
salute it.
survived it
Yeah,
all, and
I agree.
all my friends are dead. I'm just an old gangster now.
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't know. I don't
Paulie's
want
the
to
one who's on the
lead.
block at the end smoking a cigarette, and he's like, "Oh wow,
Yeah,
he's the
like
war vet." Yeah,
you're remembering all your friends, all the good times you had, but he was the truest to this shit.
Hmm.
Like Paulie was through and through. Like his whole life was about being a fucking gangster.
yeah.
For
And
sure.
that's what it gets you in the end. I lose all my friends.
Hmm.
I lose like my mom lied to me or whatever. Like I'm just here betrayed, befuddled, PTSD, and like this is it. This is what you get. This is what you get for 40 years of service in the
Hmm.
gangster life. You
Yeah,
sitting in front of Satray House by yourself, smoking a cigar.
catching a tan. Yeah, I
I
Talk
love
love
it.
about
it.
remember when
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much that
Lowest
part.
form of
lowest form
conversation.
of conversation.
Tony,
Mm.
as we conclude the episode, yeah, I know y'all appreciate this. We up on 3 hours at this point.
I'm gonna say it's 3 hours long.
Yeah, yeah. So this will hold y'all over for the next 6 months. Uh,
You
now,
could do a part 1 and 2 on this.
for real,
Yeah, we
for
can
real.
break these up. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I may do that. You know what? I'm going to do that. Tony's conclusion. Whatever y'all feel it may be. How do y'all feel? I mean, obviously, I think we all are in agreement that the cut to black was the route to go.
Yeah.
Are we all
My
in agreement
short,
in that?
yeah, my short
Not
answer.
initially, but this rewatch, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, I agree with Dan. Not initially. Like I remember like the whole thing, watching this live, waiting for a fucking ending, and boom, and you like I don't think it's exaggerated. You like, what the fuck just happened to HBO? Did my cable go out? Like what happened? But it's so fitting when you watch it again and you watch it again as many times as I've watched it. And it's like, that's it. Like it don't there is no answer to the question. This isn't like this is the riddle that can't be solved. Like, yeah, it fades to black. It don't matter what happens to Tony. What matters is what happened throughout the series. It don't matter how it ends. What matters is everything that happened. And it was so fan. It was such an artistic take from David Chase. It was perfect, nailed it. The landing was awesome. Like you're frustrated as a fan in the first couple initial watches, but as you watch this series through two, three, four times, five times, I don't think I watched it 6 times through, maybe. But as you watch it through so many times, you're like, how else would it end?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't make sense. Like it wouldn't even really make sense for Tony to be killed. It wouldn't make sense for him to ride off into the sunset with the family. This is the thing. Like it's on you. You're the one
Mm-hmm.
as the viewer who's joined this world, who's tuned into this many episodes of it, who's invested this much. And I'm here to tell you, as a creator of this, it don't matter. It's
Mm.
all a big nothing.
Okay.
Mm.
This shit gonna go on whether Tony's here or not.
Mm.
Yeah,
So
man. So like I said, to kind of summarize it, initially what it went in '07. I'm 20. I'm like, whatever. This time, man, and I'm not the biggest fan of the dream sequences like Lou or most. I think you and Rich. I'm not the biggest fan of them either, especially not the long drawn out like I'm getting chased and then JFK's in the car or whatever like that, or whatever. But the one sequence this time that really affected me, bro, was, and maybe it's because I'm religious. It's a weird word to use for it, but like now is the Kevin Lairdy or
Kevin
whatever.
Kevin
Finnerty.
Faraday,
Kevin
Faraday.
Finnerty.
Finnerty.
Finnerty, when he, bro, it was creepy. Like when he went to the house,
Oh, that part. Yeah, me too. Me too.
and then you see arguably his mom in there, kind of with no face, leading him in, and that's him leaving his, the briefcase is his identity or his life. There's so many different theories, and
Hmm. Yeah,
spend
yeah, yeah.
hours talking about what that means. And I know this is, you could go for forever on that. But the way that in my mind connects to the end, I told you in a voice note, Mo, it's very Catholic-y.
Hmm.
And you were laughing about me saying, but it's like
Catholic.
it's very gothic and it's very horrifying in a way. But now without getting super deep and going on too long, I absolutely believe that everything, all like every little thing in that end scene is to perfection and means something. Like I think I told you this or I told Lou, I forget. But no, I think I told Mo. So Lou, I don't know if I told you, but he sits down. Notice when he orders the onion rings, he puts one on his tongue. Carmela puts one on her tongue, and then AJ individually puts one on his tongues. In Catholicism, when they take communion, the priest places it on your tongue, a little wafer, and you take it in, and then like that. He orders that, and he says, "I ordered something for the table," meaning like my entire life's actions ordered this for the table, like this hit that's about to come.
Mm.
In my opinion, it's absolutely a three-way hit. Like
Mm.
it's a three-way hit, and Meadows the only one that survived.
Oh wow.
And also it ties into the scene where uh think about it when he was Kevin Finnerty and he was about to walk in and leave his identity and his life behind and but he said I'm scared. He's scared because he's facing moral judgment in that house. He has to come to terms with who he's actually been as Tony Soprano and he decides not to. The voice that brought him back that he kept hearing was Meadow.
Carmella.
Daddy,
Oh,
daddy,
Meadow.
don't go.
Mm-hmm.
Meadow truly all Meadow is out of everyone. I know he loves AJ and the self attempt and all that. But Meadow is the truest, purest thing in his heart.
Mm-hmm.
And he hears Meadow, and the one thing, it's on repeat. Somebody comes in the door. He comes in the door. Carmella comes in the door. AJ comes in the door. The truest thing that where it was about to come in the door, he never even got to see. So it's hell for Tony. It's moral judgment for
Mm.
Tony. Whatever, however
Mm.
you want to interpret all that, whatever you believe.
Wow. That's heavy.
But
That's
it's
good.
so, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. It gave me like a low key it's not even that deep, but like just
You
you ever start thinking too
you you
esoterically
you you
about the
you
universe?
carried
You
you
almost have
carried
like
that for a few days.
bro. Like it was heavy, man. So
Mm-hmm.
this time I just say all that to say like perfection. And then I'm like, dang, it's one B with the wire. It's not two, it's one B. Like
Nice.
so it
Okay. Respect.
yeah, it's dark, man, and it's haunting. It's the
Mm-hmm.
most haunting ending maybe of a thing I've ever watched when I
Mm.
really started to read into it. So that's long-winded, but that's kind of my
Now we
cherry.
needed that. I
Yeah,
think our
that was good.
listeners. I
That
think
was
I
really good, though.
that I'm now. I'm gonna process that like just like the
That
finale.
was really
But
good.
that's what also made it so funny when then I pop on that good earner and then Mo's like, yeah, so it's a good envelope. I'm like, damn, or whatever. It's a good earner. I'm like,
Okay, that puts it in perspective. Now, when you go that deep with it, that
oh,
makes sense. Um, for me with Tony, first time I watched it, I was late to the party, so I thought something was wrong with my HBO subscription because I was late. I mean, obviously, back in the day, people thought something happened with their TV, their cable. But like watching, I thought it was perfect. I think my interpretation, I think I said it then, but I'll say it now. If it maybe it's changed, but um, I think that it's more of the lines that like either way this goes, Tony is done.
yeah, it's over.
It's over. Like
Yeah,
his lawyer already told him it's done.
right.
Like you already somebody's ratting on you. I'm telling you, he already told him what he's facing prison
Yeah,
wise. So Tony's done prison wise, or Tony's done hit wise, because now he has no guys he can trust. Silvio was the strongest one he could trust. He's in a coma. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Paulie is up for grabs, you know what I'm saying? Because he was on the boat with him and Paulie had the idea that he was gonna whack him. Chris is gone, you
yeah,
know, and then everybody else when you start getting later in the list, they either gone or they flipped. So Tony really has nobody. So it's over either way. And that's the way I look at the cut to black. For the longest I was like, oh, he got whacked or he didn't, but I look at it's over either way. It doesn't matter where I want it to be. He's done. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, and I've said it before. I look at season 6B as Kendrick Lamar's Damn album. You could play it in reverse. So
mm,
if y'all want to see, like, if y'all want to look at it like Tony gets whacked, or I don't know, maybe it's 6A, but like when Tony gets shot by Junior, if y'all want to look at it in reverse, that's Tony's ending. So
I love that. I love that, man. And that's funny because Damn is all about like judgment and morality.
yeah, absolutely. That's
That's
why I
my
said
favorite. It's my
this is a
favorite Kendrick
reverse
album.
thing. If you play this in reverse, like the coma,
Yeah,
all this, you play in reverse,
yeah,
and like his ending is, Junior shooting him. That makes sense when you tie it back to season one.
Is it
So
wickedness? Yeah, for sure,
mhm.
100%. And I'll just say, just to kind of like put a bow on it, like with the snowfall tie, and like, man, the same way Sopranos stuck with me. You know, Lou texted me today, and he was like, "What you about to like? What show you about to get on next?" And I honestly like, I don't even. I feel like with Snowfall, man, I can't just jump. Maybe, and I text Lou because I was trying to finish off Atlanta FX Donald Glover, and I love the first two seasons, but like the third was whatever. But like, I honestly cut it off because it was just a little too silly. But I think that's probably following Snowfall. But all that to say, man, Franklin Saints ending, man, that's still with me, bro. Like that last scene, when he's talking to Leon and just Leon's face. And I don't I think that's up there with the most haunting scenes I've ever seen in a show, man. And I did not expect that. I either expected a death,
Mhm.
I
Scarface
couldn't
style.
wait till you got there.
Golly,
I
man.
couldn't wait till you
I
saw it.
and I it's just it's horrifying, man. And I had to think that's the way John wanted to end it from the beginning. Like that can't. I hope that's not just some. I'm not. It's good either way, but I would have to think because John, you could tell, had an overall message about that
Mhm.
show,
Mhm.
and it just perfection, man. Like I've never heard y'all talk about Snowfall, or when y'all did, I had no context. So I would love to
Mhm.
hear y'all's thoughts as well on
Mhm.
like comparative to Tony, and also just like in a way it's more haunting, but in the way The Sopranos is more haunting, you
Mhm.
could go back and forth because like
Yeah, for sure.
you don't know. Yeah.
What I will say to that, to tie it in, because I'm glad you brought that back up because I really want to hit to it. I know we're going long. Sorry. I know Mo, you got your family to get to. I
Definitely.
know Dan, you got stuff to do. But the Tony ending, I respect David Chase artistic shit and
Mhm.
saying like you don't deserve there is no ending to this, bro. There's no bow. There's no. I invited you into this world for 6 seasons, for 10 years. You saw it. It's over. There is like you don't have to have a bow on top. That's it. You don't got to know what happened to Tony. You can think
Yeah.
whatever you want to think
There
that
is no
happened to
hope.
him, but what the stuff that I was covering in this show, it happened, and it continues to happen. It don't start or stop with Tony, so it don't matter what happened to him. I love that the artistic value in that. How would tie it in the Snowfall? And I love to hear your thoughts more. And I know you got to get to it, but it was so heartbreaking, and I took it so hard at first in Snowfall when I saw that scene. I was like, "Nah, that's not how it happens, bro. It's not. It don't go that way." But
It wasn't
it took me.
heartbreaking for me.
I want to hear your thoughts, but it was heartbreaking to me in the sense of I just I thought Franklin was someone different. But as I thought about it more and I did a rewatch, it was like Franklin was never Franklin Saint, airplane flyer, bird mover, CIA, and like he
College
was just a
graduate.
normal, yeah,
He
he was
wasn't.
just a normal kid from like he was just trying to figure it out, and he just so happened he got this great opportunity with the CIA. He wasn't a true hustler. He wasn't fucking Alpo. He
Yeah.
wasn't
He was
like none
smarter
of
than
those.
most people's in his
Yeah,
neighborhood.
he was
He was
just
Michael Corleone, in my opinion.
I took
He's a
advantage of
perfect
the
example of Michael
situation that I
Corleone.
was in. I took advantage of that situation and that ruined me. I could have went another way, lived a normal life, would have been cool. I would have died at 75, 60 years old from a heart attack or just long life or whatever it may be. But I chose
Franklin
this
Saint could have
route.
been president. Like he could have
Yeah,
been president.
Mhm.
he was that smart. And I just
And
I think
that charming, bro.
Mhm.
Like that.
I compare those endings. I compare both of these endings to each other. I think Snowfall's ending
Yeah.
and Sopranos ending are very comparable in the sense of when I looked at Snowfall the first time through, I didn't expect to see that. I expected to see
Nobody.
death or jail.
Yeah.
He's either going to die, he's going to jail, or maybe he restarts over or
Well,
whatever it
remember
may
Tony.
be.
Tony said that like he's like that was how it goes for them. But then he said I was thinking a third option. Remember when Tony was talking to Bobby on Soprano Home Movies? Well, he
Mhm.
was like a third option. And he's like he can kind of insulate himself.
Yeah.
So I feel like
There
metaphor.
is no third option for
So
those
but
that
I'm
lifestyle.
saying, but metaphorically, like I think that's what
That's the third
Snowfall.
option,
They that
Franklin.
metaphorically say, oh, we came up with a third option. He dead or jail. Now we came with a third option. You just it's the fall off completely.
Franklin
So
did say he was free too.
yeah. So
At
but
the
I'll say this, and we got to close. And if y'all brothers want to continue by any means, but I got to close.
beginning.
I don't care what happens after this. I'm hitting it. But I didn't feel sorry for him when he became like pretty much a drunkard. I more so felt bad before that because his mom didn't like she wouldn't like we had to finish line. I even made a Sopranos meme about it because I was so mad that she wouldn't let him get that bag on the end. Like I put the
couldn't have
meme.
waited 10
Like,
seconds.
bro, I was so mad. That was the worst thing ever. Like, so and I
Listen.
used the meme of when Tony was talking to Janice, where she was like, "What did you do with his body?" He's like, "Oh, we buried him in pine cones." So I literally used
Really?
this. Yeah, I'll send it to you. I made it a minute ago, like to like kind of make a mashup of the quote, but yeah, I didn't feel so bad about the drunk part. 'Cause I actually I really didn't even like it. Like most people like I didn't like it. Just
I didn't like it at first either.
it works. I'm not saying it don't work. It works. I just didn't like it. I would have preferred in a Franklin Saint scenario, but he already had been to jail. He almost died already. So they had to kind of take that route. So I understand, but I just didn't like it at all. And I know he didn't drink through the whole series, so it tracks. I didn't like it. I don't know what a different route they could have took. I don't have it on hand, but I personally didn't like it.
So
But
check back with me in like a year or on a rewatch.
no doubt. No doubt. No doubt.
That makes sense.
But man, truly, man, Dan, thank you for
We did it.
Yeah, thank you.
right. Thank you for showing up, Spike. Of course, man, making time out of your busy schedule. Y'all should appreciate this. You know, and I'm gonna go ahead and say it here. Y'all got part 1 and part 2. You know what I'm saying? Back to back weeks.
Y'all got 1A, 6A, and 6B.
We treated it just like we treated it just like that. So I'm glad. Thank y'all for the idea. That's gonna be perfect. I'm gonna definitely do it like that. So thank y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know all the handles. Y'all know where to reach us at. It's been a wonderful episode. Remember,
check out No More Half Measures.
No More Half Measures. Dan, anything you got going on? Like, my bad. Let me make sure they might like what that's like. I like Dude. I want to see what else he got going on. I want to follow Dude.
It was funny. Like you've been trying to tell me to start a pod forever. So when I do, I will ask. Let me put this one in the deposit. So when I do the pod, you can bring it up randomly and promo it real quick for me if that's cool.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
No, I'm saying when the day
that okay.
I do, yeah.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Hit me up, then I'll make sure we definitely promo like you are guys. So for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, but nonetheless, man, you can find Dan, man. You never know where you'll find him, man. Just look him up. You'll find him somewhere. He's a dude with a
great. I'm just trying
to get to the envelope. Trying to get to the envelope.
For another week in the books.
Yeah, bring him. Bro. Yeah, for sure.
We need to do that. We do need to do that.
And you get to meet Rich there. That'd be wonderful. That'd be a wonderful. But yeah, man, truly, man, it's been a wonderful episode. Thank you guys. Shout out to Big Rich Town. Thank y'all for listening. And remember, don't forget about it.